Now, this is a true story about the internet. Please try to contain your terror because it's also about a treasure map, a murder, and an extremely strange and unexplained event that took place on a dark Halloween night not very long ago. So a user by the name of M13OR publishes a site on WordPress, www.m13or13grandquest.wordpress.com, which stated that M13OR had buried a treasure of $13,000 in cash somewhere in Texas, and it was anyone's to find. On the site is a series of disjointed drawings, some of which are repeated, and some of which aren't. Needless to say, most people gave up there. Not that many people had even found this site or its puzzle, but there was one person who did. A user by the name of Lucky mentions the site on her blog. She links to it and asks if anyone's heard of it. Of course, her personal blog doesn't get a lot of heavy traffic either, so she gets no answer. Not long after, she posts that she intends to try and solve the clue and find the treasure. After all, why not? Lucky was able to connect the pictures to a short story she had read in middle school called The Cask of Amontillado. This is a story by Edgar Allan Poe in which a man executes revenge upon another man, Fortunato, who has previously insulted him. He lures Fortunato into his family catacombs on the premise of having acquired a cask of rare and exquisite Amontillado. Once they are deep below the city, he chains Fortunato up, and, using bricks and mortar concealed in a pile of bodies, he walls Fortunato in and leaves him to die. Once you take the drawings and put them in the chronological order of the story, you can match up each drawing to a letter. Once you've translated the drawing into letters, it reads, "Find tree by yellow house, Mound Street." She writes that she found the house easily and posts a picture of a beautiful mansion, with a chilling surprise. It's a historic landmark. She writes, "Imagine my shock when I found out that Mound Street is named because of these large, ominous hills, ancient Indian burial sites. Totally creepy." Suddenly she spots it. Another clue. On the back of the sign is a Technicolor rendering of a few lines from the Poe story. Only one word was rendered in one color, the word crypt, which was written all in red. She then pulled all the red letters and got the words Dahlgren Crypt. At first she didn't know what it meant. She had never heard of a Dahlgren before. Finally it struck her. It must be a name. After a lot of research, she was finally able to tie the name to the Lone Star State. Her search led her to a conspiracy theory from the Civil War involving a Mr. Dahlgren. She found the account of an assassination attempt gone wrong, in which a young Mr. Dahlgren lost his life. He came from a family with a rich military history, and all of them had a hand in the Civil War, to be sure. It was never proven, however, that they were attempting to assassinate Jefferson Davis. The boy's father, who had recently graduated from Georgetown University, asked to bury his son's corpse on the university grounds. The University of Georgetown has a huge chapel on campus, the Dahlgren Chapel, and yes, there is a crypt. The next day, she posts an entry saying that she's on her way to Georgetown. She muses about what she might do with $13,000. The entry is brief and optimistic. She never stops to consider that she may be missing something. For instance, that strange rainbow message. Was there more to that paragraph than just two little words? She doesn't consider the trademark yellow writing on M13OR's website, the yellow house on Mound Street, or a woman traveling to a university whose colors are black and yellow. But of course, who could notice? Who was reading her lonely blog? She was just another blogger, another faithless online personality. Another shrill tweeter adding to the white noise of the World Wide Web. But if you ignore everything but the yellow letters, another message appears. Alone no more. Weeks pass. On Halloween night, a girl's body is found in the Georgetown University crypt. No one recognizes her. She's too old to be a student. To this day, no one has claimed her, and this mystery remains unsolved. Sometimes, we just don't realize what we're looking for.